So it's not just another day. It is an absolute privilege and have the opportunity to speak about a very special movie, a movie that has a heartfelt message about inclusivity and social empathy. And of course, rewriting cinema once again is our very own legend, Mr. Amir Khan. Sir, what a privilege to be speaking with you today.
Thank you, Kush. Thank you for inviting me on your show.
I have to say कि मतलब जो आमिर खान प्रोडक्शन की एक legacy है,
जी.
it carries the burden of a message of a constant sort of
Hmm.
changing our perception and this
जी.
beautiful subject. How did it come to you?
Well, Prasanna brought me this idea and this story, and from day one, I just fell in love with it. Yeah. It's something that, first of all, I choose my material based on how I'm feeling, and it just made me so happy, made me so joyful. So that was one. The other thing is that it really changed my the way I used to earlier look at people with intellectual disabilities. It made me much more sensitized. It made me realize a very big thing, that in fact there is very little difference between them and me. I'm supposed to be neurotypical, and a neuroatypical person and me has the same emotions, absolutely the same feelings, and I think it just changes your perception in such a strong way. So this is something I wanted to share with everyone, and it's something that just went into my bloodstream, and it was something that I had to make. I must confess that my earlier film Lal Singh had not worked, and a lot of people close to me said that COVID के बाद अब लोगों को action फिल्में देखनी है, तो आप please कोई action film बनाओ. So I could have done an action film too, but this was something that really entered my heart, and I had to do this, and I'm so happy I did. It's been a really wonderful experience.
That you always said that you are a student of cinema. So when you stepped into the shoes of Coach Gulshan, what was the learning? Because एक बहुत प्यारा डायलॉग है कि सब अपने अपने नॉर्मल में टिके हुए हैं, सबका अपना
सबका
अपना
अपना अपना
नॉर्मल है.
नॉर्मल. Correct.
जी.
Correct.
So what was the हमारा नॉर्मल एंड जो तूफानी सितारे हैं उनका नॉर्मल और बीच में what did you do?
एक्चुअली ये जो किरदार है गुलशन का, इट्स वेरी इज अ वेरी एंटरटेनिंग कैरेक्टर बिकॉज ऑफ द काइंड ऑफ पर्सन ही इज. वो इतना पॉलिटिकली इनकरेक्ट है, बदतमीज आदमी है, सब गलत चीजें बोलता है, और गुस्सा नाक पे चढ़ा रहता है. उसको लगता है कि आई एम ऑलवेज राइट, यू नो. सो ही वाज अ वेरी जूसी कैरेक्टर फॉर मी टू प्ले, एंड रियली दिस फिल्म इज हिज जर्नी from being a certain kind of person, and towards the end of film he's had so many emotional changes, and his perception has changed by the end of the film. So it's really Gulshan's journey, and it was great fun for me to do this role because um, he's so different from what I am, the way I've been brought up by Ammi, you know, किसी का दिल नहीं दुखाना, be respectful to everyone. So I got a great opportunity to be badly behaved, which I normally don't get to do.
How do you keep authenticity in
Hmm.
such a fragile subject throughout the
Hmm.
movie?
Actually, it's really well written, I feel, and um, though the film is speaking about such an important issue, it's using humor as a vehicle, which is a device that I love. Dangal had the same device, where Omkar, my nephew, is the person who's the narrator of the film. And so he brings in the entire humor. There's a layer of humor going right through Dangal, despite it being such a heavy topic. So similarly here, it's the humor that is the vehicle in telling this important story, and I think that's a device that I love. Raju Hirani uses it very often in Munna Bhai MBBS. He's saying something very important, but he's using humor. Similarly in Three Idiots, you know. So I really like this genre of cinema.
The trailer was amazing because when he wants to wear the lal uniform instead of the blue uniform, and and when he's saying "ladki hai," and just the trailer has been so, because it
Yeah.
doesn't exactly touch on what it is, and it just is
Mm-hmm.
like this is a normal story. It's just
Mm-hmm.
which is so beautifully, and it's
Yeah.
just simply
Yeah. Yeah. Usually our view of a person who's struggling with a disability is that they need our pity. But this film teaches us that no, that's not necessary at all. They're doing fine.
there is a constant comparison that Sitaare Zameen Pe is the soul cousin or the soul sister of Tare Zameen Pe.
Hmm. It
And
is.
what
It
are
is.
your thoughts on that? It is.
It's actually takes the theme 10 steps further. So while the plot or the characters are totally new and different, the theme is what is carried forward. And in Tare Zameen Par, it was the teacher who helps the student who was suffering with dyslexia. In this case, it is 10 neurodivergent people. They teach the coach. तो उल्टा है यहाँ पे. And so it's yeah. And
So
well,
what did you
the big difference between Tare and this is that Tare is a very emotional film. It really makes you cry. This one makes you laugh, and of course, it does have certain moments, hopefully, which will also touch you very deeply. But it's essentially, a fun film. It brings joy to you.
so not just in character, but in real life also, you were the coach on a set with the 10 newcomers. So आपने क्या सीखा and आपने क्या सिखाया?
Well, actually, I have to say that the coach was Prasanna. Prasanna has directed the film so ably, and he was the one who was in charge of the casting. He was also the one who did all the prep work with these 10 actors. Nine of them are acting for the first time. So all the rehearsals and all the workshops is what Prasanna did with them. Um, and he wanted that I should not rehearse with them. This is something Prasanna wanted because in the film, we are on opposite sides. Me and these 10 are on opposite sides. Uh, so he rehearsed them separately from me, which I thought was really wonderful. So he was really their coach, and he's the one who's directed them so well, and he's allowed them to keep their authenticity, and just allowed them to bloom. Uh, and actually, the fact is that all of us on set, right from Prasanna to me to the spot boy, anyone on the set, all of us had so much to learn from these 10 wonderful people. They
And
come
I'm
they come to
sure,
work with so much joy. They're so
yes,
happy to be there. Uh, they're so excited that they're working on a film. They have no egos. They're really um, amazing team players. Amazing team players. So much to learn from them.
it is a very wonderful and beautiful to see that a man of your caliber is sharing the credit where it is due as to how this has come together,
Yeah, no,
and
but this is
giving
the
him.
fact. This is the fact. I think Prasanna has led so ably from the front, and I have a lot of respect and regard for him. He's someone who started with a very successful film called Shubh Mangal Savdhan. And after the success of that film, he could have taken on a number of films. I'm sure he must have got many offers, but he didn't. He waited for the right story which touched his heart. And this is that story. So this is his second film in, I don't know, after 8 years. So that's
It
an amazing
is
quality
huge.
to have. Yeah.
It is huge because you are constantly entertaining us,
Mm.
challenging us, and most importantly, after the credits have long rolled, after the years have passed, you have managed to transform generations, countries, human beings to the core. And Sitare
Mm.
Zameen comes out on June the 20th. What is that message that is for us?
Well, what I'd like to say is, come and enjoy this film in the magic of a cinema hall, because we are not coming on OTT or any platform after the theatrical release. So I really invite everyone to come and uh, celebrate differences and share the joy.
Well, it's not about you inviting us. I think you inspire us, and that is why we will be there. Not that you need it, but lots of luck for this. And we truly look forward to it. And what a pleasure and what a privilege to be here with you.
Thank you, Kush. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a ton, Khush.